How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com. Connect on June 6th as we get this video to you around this time. Have your free pick winner in just a second today. First, I want to say thank you so much for the outpouring of support. My wife went into early contractions. We're still about 8 weeks off from birth, and it was a little scary. The idea of having a preemie baby and things of that nature. But they delayed the labor with muscle relaxant. And so that, we'll give it another 2 weeks for the baby to be born, maybe longer, because they want to keep the baby in the oven for as long as they can to help the lung maturity and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I wasn't able to do a video on Friday or Saturday. We just checked out of the hospital last night. I've never missed. I've never had a day. I've never had a span where I've missed 3 straight videos in my entire career at Doc Sports, going on the 16th year. So 16 years of wonderful. It's been a lot of fun with you guys at Doc Sports. So then we just try to do the best predictions we can with free picks, with premiums, and so on. Our premium selections are over at DocSports.com. But I did have a chance to look at the full card today and research the full baseball and NBA, WNBA card. And we're going to give you more content on this video. As the weeks have gone by, I've realized that more content is actually better. And, you work on different techniques and models or whatever. More is better, man. I believe instead of looking at a few games really closely, it actually, if you have a decent approach to the game and algorithm, etc., I think it's better to look at a lot of games medium-wise rather than a few games closely. Because if the few games are not as much of quality, then it's not going to matter how much you research it. But if you look at a lot of games, you really come across some really good selections. I researched the card really hard. I think we're going to go on a great run across all sports. A lot of good vibes. Obviously, we had a 7-star. I bump up to 7-star, to Atlanta against Philadelphia, and that looks pretty good right now. Just Gallinari went 0 for 7 in his last game. Bogdanovich went 4 for 11. The Hawks had revenge too from losing to the Sixers by 20. Embiid wasn't at full strength. I was more impressed with the Hawks' series win over the Knicks than I was with the Wizards, the Sixers win over the Wizards, because the Hawks have easily beaten the Wizards a couple times. Not easily, but they've beaten them pretty handily and haven't lost to them. But the Knicks are a pretty good team the Hawks beat. So that 7-star looks good right now, and I think we might have another 7-star tomorrow. We're going to try to kick it into high gear here across the sports. But let me get to your free picks here. Looking forward to getting you all that stuff. And so give me a second as we crank through this here. I got a lot of games to get through, and I'm excited to give you this much content every single day going forward. All right, so as far as your free play, your premium today is between the Mets and the Pop. By the way, nice 7-unit Korean baseball winner tonight, or last night on Samsung, 3-0. We were able to win in hockey. We fell short in baseball and NBA, but feeling pretty good about the card today. All right, so for your free play today, we're going to go with, I think the Cubs game is tonight? There's a lot of games we can choose from, but we'll go with the Cubbies here as a decent public fade. And I think I'll stick to this play by the time we finish up here. What time is the Cubs game? Let's see. Actually, no, let's not do that. It's at 2:12. Let me give you another game that goes off a little bit later today instead. What time is the Colorado game? I like them both about the same. The Colorado game's even earlier at 3:10. So let's go ahead and give you, let's go ahead and give you, should we give you a WNBA game? Yeah, why don't we give you a WNBA game on Dallas and Seattle, and then I'll talk to you about all the other games. So let me give you the Dallas-Seattle game real fast. I do think that game goes under the posted total. The last 2 games between Dallas and Seattle in the WNBA, both have gone under or over the posted total twice. I just can't see 3 straight times teams playing each other and the game going over and over and over again. At some point, these 2 teams got to get used to other teams' moves and rotations and screens and whatever sets that they're running. So for that reason, I like the under 176 between Dallas and Seattle, even though the first 2 have gone over the posted total. I think there's just too much familiarity at this point. That's going to be your free play today. Your 3 or 4 unit selection of the WNBA is between Atlanta and Minnesota. Now let's hop on over to baseball. Let me give you all of my leans there real fast. Again, I do like the Cubs today. I wanted to take the Giants here, but the Cubs, Hendricks has been solid over the past month, about a 2.45 ERA over the last month, which is pretty impressive. Giants Cueto does have a 3.6 ERA against the Cubs, so the Cubs have had success against him. Giants have won 3 in a row, I know, but the Cubs have a lot of revenge coming in, and the Cubs batters have had pretty good success against Cueto. 1 out of 3 guys for the Cubbies have hit at least 333 against him. So I can see why the Cubs are favored here and like the Cubs today. Also like the Rockies today. All these sub 500 teams that are favored, which is kind of odd. Oakland is more on 4 in a row. Here's the thing here. The A's here, you have an A's pitcher who's extremely young, who's never pitched in Colorado, and Marquez has dominated Texas and Arizona lately. So I think Marquez's experience in Colorado makes a huge difference here. Leading on the Rockies, even though the A's are the better team, but the A's pitcher is here coming off the shortest outing of the year, which is the reason why I didn't go with against the A's, because he is coming off the shortest outing of the year. But I do like the Rockies today. Also like the Angels today. Logan has an unbelievable talent pitching for Seattle. He's pitched somewhat well in his